We made it home, I dug her out, then I made her one of my aces. Marijuana fragrance, this tree here is outrageous. Want me to play in your city? Send an email to my agent.
Yo, what's going down, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston, and today we're back for episode 47 of the Utah Jazz Association. So actually Chandler became unhappy with his minutes, so we are going to go ahead and sign Jason Max Eel. We did have 4 centers, so, you know, it does balance out the roster a little bit more. Max Eel's a good rebounder. He's a guy that's not going to demand a lot of minutes, a guy that probably is not going to play too much come, you know, May, June, if you get where I'm going. But either way, you know, it is what it is. Obviously, you're going to struggle to find a good bench when you have such a stacked starting 5. And we have had that problem the last couple of years. I do like our bench a little bit more this year, though. Anderson Terry, although he performed poorly last game, I'm starting to get a little bit more confident with. Gary Harris is still a very good shooter. And then I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Jeff Withey, which gave me the confidence to release Chandler. And, you know, because I always felt like if I had Withey, but I struggled with him, I could always go back to Chandler. And it would kind of be like, you know, not getting a sure thing, but look at that shot. You know, I mean, I know what Chandler is, and I was banking out what Withey could be. And I'm really liking what I've seen from Withey. I mean, those 5 assists a game he got from last year were no joke. I do really feel confident with him as a passer out of the high post and really down low. He's got a good mid-range shot, obviously very stout defensively. So either way, here we win the tip. Rondo is going to bring the ball up, and you can see it's already 2-0 here with about 9:30 left to play in the first quarter. We got Steph Curry coming around the screen, and Steph Curry puts it up and puts it in. Obviously, we're going to be working Curry off those screens. Here's James Harden now. I'm going to explain something that I did in this game. I put Paul George on James Harden, you know, thinking, okay, so we'll probably put, you know, maybe Steph Curry on their point guard, Mick Kabongo, and then we had to put Rondo on Chandler Parsons. You're going to see that mismatch exploited a lot, and here's one of the downsides about having Rondo as one of our other defenders instead of Iguodala. We lose that size. I could have put Iggy on James Harden and Paul George on Chandler Parsons, but instead I decided to put my best defender on their best offender, and I feel like we really did shut down James Harden today, but it's going to be the other guys that really get the job done. Here's James Anderson, who's a very good shooter. Look at that nice little fadeaway right there on that, not really fadeaway, but on that pull-up. James Anderson's really improved. Here he is once again. He's going to end up giving it off to the cutter, Mick Kabongo, and Kabongo is going to end up getting the contact layup to go over Rajon Rondo right there. So anyway, you'll see the Chandler Parsons mismatch exploited a little bit later in the game. Here's Caron Butler for 3. He is another, you know, not really too often used player, but when he comes in, he provides really good shooting off the bench. Christian Watford is going to pull up right there and hit the 2. So it's 23-17. Houston has a nice advantage right now, and we're going to go into the second quarter. I believe down by 6 or down by 5, 25-20. So, yeah, you know, decent first quarter for us. We're in the game. That's really what matters. So either way, here's Chandler Parsons going to work on Steph Curry out to Courtney Lee. Bad decision by me on my part on Anderson Terry. Doubling with Anderson Terry, you never want to double with someone just one pass away. You always want to double with someone 2 or 3 passes away if possible. Here, Steph Curry kind of just walks behind Anderson Terry and finds himself open. We hit the 3 right there. We cut the lead back down to 8 now, 34-26. Thomas Robinson, look at this. I mean, I was getting cheese today. This is, oh my goodness. You'll see what happens in the end, but Thomas Robinson, like, you know, bringing the ball up, hitting the pull-up mid-range. Come on now. Either way, James Harden, sweet bounce pass to Chandler Parsons, and I just, like, didn't even want to look at this replay. I was so frustrated at this point, but yeah, I forgot to mention, you're going to see the cheesiest play at the end, and it's like, you should stay tuned. I mean, it's ridiculous. But Derek Favors had himself a game today. He was really getting it in down low, and just, you know, great game from him, at least so far, and it'll only improve later on. Here's Paul George going to work as a spot-up shooter. I really need to give the ball to Paul George more in isolation situations. Here's that Parsons mismatch. He would always get the ball in the post, and look at him getting these bullshit contact layups and one on Rondo. Very frustrating. And once again, here's the mismatch. So this time I double with Favors. They make a nice backdoor cut to White. And how did that go in? Wait, let's look at... I blocked it. Oh my goodness. Come on, 2K. I mean, I swear, today I was just getting absolutely cheese. Here, Courtney Lee somehow outruns Rondo to the ball, even though he started out a solid 5 feet behind him. Then he gets the nice one-handed slam. Now here we go. That is going to wrap up the second quarter. So we're going to be down by 9 points, 55-46 at the end of the second. And we are a little bit behind, obviously. You know, we got to pick it up in the second half. A little bit of defense, a little bit of offense. Kind of, you know, we haven't been great on either side. Here's Favors, though. Getting that weird contact layup that almost never goes in for me. But Favors gets it to go. So now Kabongo down low to T-Rob. Rob going to work. I think he had Rondo on him right there. So Robinson just muscles his way in and puts that one in. Here's Chandler Parsons trying to go to work on Rondo. Keeping him on the perimeter is a key, but he makes a sweet pass down low. And I actually not sure who number 44 is, but either way, 64-50. Now they're starting to pull away. Favors, though, and one. Derek Favors showing the touch around the basket. Puts that in. Gets the and one. He's already got 20 points on the day. Here's Mick Kabongo. Anderson Terry forces the steal, so Gary Harris got it on the break, and Harris is going to slam it down right in front of James Harden. Impressive play right there by Gary Harris. 40-inch vertical. Wow, I did not expect that out of him, but either way, nice play. And now 66-57. Harris bringing the ball up. He can run a bit of point guard from time to time too. Here's Anderson Terry, and I started doing this late in kind of the second half of this game. I realized that Anderson Terry, you got to get in the paint with him if you really want to succeed with him, and you know, do those little spin layups if you need to. Here's a mid-range from him. You know, he's not a three-point shooter. He's a good mid-range shooter, and he's a really good finisher. So that's what I got to do with him. I really hate how they always call post plays for Caron Butler. I might go in to edit his player and take those plays off of him or whatever. Because, God, it's like he's not a good post player. I mean, he's a decent passer out of the post, but he's no better than Jeff Withey is. It's just, like, so annoying. So, Curry gets in the lane right there, gets the nice left-handed layup. I apologize if I'm yawning a little bit. I just doing this commentary very early in the morning, so I want to get this video out to you guys tonight. So, I got to render it out while I'm out all day. But, either way, 76-70. Here is Paul George going to work on James Anderson. This is a huge mismatch, so I take advantage of it at the end of the quarter, and George puts in the nice right-handed layup. This is what I'm talking about. Seems like I never use Paul George in, you know, kind of like an on-ball, you know, shot-creating situation. I mean, one thing I got to do better with building my teams is really building players that play well together. I think I started to do that a little bit more with, you know, with the Rondo-Curry combo and even the Iggy Curry combo. But, you know, having Paul George as my third option on that offense, I mean, really should be my second option, but I use him as my third option because I always just, you know, forget about him or whatever. You know, he's really, you know, been kind of sit back as a you know, cutter, slasher, and spot up guy, which is really does not fit Paul George's game. So, you know, that's one thing I got to work on in future associations is getting players that can play well together. Maybe I should have just gotten a spot up shooter there and then spent more money on a big or something. I don't know. It is what it is. Look at Anderson Terry though. Didn't mean to take that shot, but he hits the fadeaway three, and we go up by 3. 86-83 now. Mick Kabongo coming around the screen. He's going to get by Anderson Terry. Nice contact layup right there by Mick Kabongo, the impressive point guard out of Texas. So James Harden with the ball, 86-85, isolated. Going to give it to Parsons. I leave Parsons way too much space. What was I thinking? I know he's got that spot-up shooter 6 skill, so now 88-86. Curry's going to get the ball on the break. Make these sweet bounce pass to Paul George. That was a sick bounce pass. I mean, that was wow. I mean, that's some stuff Curry would do, though. He makes those crazy bounce passes sometimes. Here, Kabongo out to James Harden. I was trying to cut off that pass, but I had to watch the drive. Harden's going to hit the 3, 93-91. Here's James Harden running the break once again. Another nice bounce pass to Parsons. Parsons puts in the 10-footer. So now it's a 4-point game, 95-91. Rondo with the ball. He's going to give it to Stephen Curry. He puts it up, and he puts it in. Stephen Curry cuts the lead to 1. Now 97-96. We need one defensive stop to get the ball back and to get a chance for the lead. James Harden, he's going to step back, pulls up, he's blocked, rebounded by Parsons, and wait, the shot clock resets. We never touched the ball outside of the block. We never had possession. Look at this. This is cheese. The shot clock should not have reset. It should have been going down still. They would have had to force up a tough shot. We would have got the ball back and had a chance to win it. But instead, Mick Kabongo hits 2 free throws. So we got to roll the ball in right here. Actually, I'm going to just throw it deep. And then here, I don't know why. Man, looking back on this, I tried to call a really quick play for Steph Curry. He gets the ball, puts up last second. No good. So we get absolutely cheesed by 2K. We should have... oh my goodness. That block should not have reset the shot clock. I don't know what happened. Either way, it's really frustrating. So, because I got to go, guys, I'm going to leave you with the player of the game highlights. as well as the final box score and stuff. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. So I'm out. Peace.
While we living in fast forward, all our time is limited. You take for granted, I'm just grateful to be given it. Live fast, die young with your syndicate. Till this life is done, I'll just be happy to be living it. I mean, I take it slow, we can soak it in. Cause when I reach that door, I know we'll be opening. Then we going in, confidence my only friend. If you think I'm rushing, then you really just don't know me then. Speaking of rushing, now I wanna slow it down. I live up in the moment, so I'm bold by the sound. Of people talking nothing, I'm walking in past the runners. They chillin', looking for something I can use to kill discussion. Talking about this and that, got some never listening. My life is a melody, I block out all the dissonance. Cause money's certain to equal time. So when life is going fast, I vertical equal sign.
If I could slow down time, this life will pass me by. If I could click rewind, I know I'd be just fine. My love, please believe me, it's delay and take it easy. I know I need to just slow down. Slow down.
My whole life's just been a couple minutes. Years gone in a second, then an hour it is finished. Doing what I can, trying to stop the